Hello and welcome to a Farming Simulator 25 preview video. In this video we are going to look at the FarmCon 24 exclusive preview footage that was released during FarmCon just not long ago. Must remember of course that these videos are a work in progress. The footage is not final of course, but it is a really nice taste of what we can expect. I also just want to kind of start this video by saying how ridiculous I think some of the comments, not just on my own videos but on just in general, about the cinematic trailer that was released, because it was a cinematic trailer for 2.5 minutes. Everybody lost their mind. Not everybody. There are many people, myself included, who are very excited for FS25, and it's not just because I am a farming simulator YouTuber. That has, nothing to do with it. The fact that the game itself is looking already like a massive improvement over 25 is really exciting, and these videos will showcase exactly why. But we are going to dig into it. I'm not making this video for the, let's call them haters, I suppose. People who hate things that people enjoy. Never understand that. Never understand why someone will immediately hate something just because you enjoy it. But so be it. Such is life. People are funny. Anyways, I'm so excited to dig into these videos. So what we're going to do is I will let them play, and as they play I'll kind of comment on what we see. I didn't do much of a commentary on the cinematic trailer. I just wanted you to enjoy it. We did kind of dig into it a little bit, but these videos though, now that we're seeing some proper gameplay and a bit more of a very early access sort of footage look at FS25, I'm very excited to dig into it. So the first trio of videos that we will see are about the game engine. So this will include the environments, how things are looking, the lighting, all that sort of thing. Then we'll touch on some map footage as well to show a bit of how the maps look, and again sort of the engine footage as well. But then finally we will look at some of the new gameplay available as well. So this is all very exciting, and let's crack on with it. So the first one here, I will start playing it now. This will feature and show the fog elements. As you can see, beautiful volumetric fog. Look at the water as well, the way the light is shining off of it, the way that the reflections are shining, the way the ripples in the water affect the shadows. Blimey, it just looks wonderful. And look at the lighting. It's just absolutely stunning. The way that the light comes through the trees, it's just beautiful. And then the fog, the way that the light shines through or doesn't shine through the fog, it's just wonderful. And then again in the background you see, you can't really see it because of the fog, it kind of shows a mystery and air about it. Oh, that's lovely, that is. Yeah, having the dense forest with the small light coming through, and of course nighttime fog with the lights. That's just stunning. And look, stars. We've got stars. That is a very good sign. I think the first time that I saw stars in a map was Calmsden, Oxygen David's amazing map. And look at that, just over the field, having that lovely morning sort of dew fog sort of spread across. It just looks wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait to break through that fog as we're cultivating or drilling in the new fields. It's going to be absolutely stunning. Right, now before we crack on to the next one, yeah, I really like that. I think that the way that the fog is shown through the light in the trees and that is just absolutely stunning. I think that will add so much dimension to the game itself, and I'm very much so looking forward to seeing a bit more about it. The next one here is to focus on clouds, so I'll just let it play. And yeah, as you can see, the shadows of the clouds over the fields look magnificent. I don't think we had anything really like that in the previous games, and it really adds so much immersion and dimension, as I was saying before as well. Having the low clouds as well, and again just having those the shadows pass over, it just looks incredible. So now the next video, we'll get right into it here, we'll just play it. this just kind of showcases a bit of the environment around. So as you can see here, we've got lovely trees and foliage and that, and a nice sort of environmental movement, and just the lighting on the field as well, and the way it cuts through the trees and hits the foliage just looks really, really nice. It's really quite lovely, that. Yeah, this video I think is more so showcasing the map and kind of how things go. There we have a bit of a wind effect as well. We'll see how that improves. You know, Oxygen David did an amazing job with the wind effects on Court Farm. And yeah, it just adds so much to the game to be able to see the lovely, you know, the lovely breeze in the grain and all that. And it's just, yeah, it looks really nice. Have the trees swaying in the wind as you're, you know, drilling in your crops or whatever. It just adds so much to it. So, right, this next one is going to focus more so on the map itself and the engine and the driving aspect. So we'll start this video. Got quite an interesting camera view here. I hope this is a real one that we can use. But first thing I want to focus on is look at the bonnet. Look at the hood. Look at the reflections of the trees and the lines on the road, and just as we pass through this area, everything is properly shown. Lovely shadows, the shadows that appear on the bonnet through the reflections. It's just amazing. It looks very, very, very nice. As you can see here in the open space, but you can still see the lines on the side there of the bonnet, on the road lines, and how they reflect, and how the road imperfections in the road show up on the reflections as well. It's just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. We will just head on straight into the next video. Here we have a bit of driving around the map. So I believe we have sort of like a dealership area here as well. There's a petrol station, just making our way through. Looks really, really nice. Got some nice shadow effects. Of course, this is all early footage, so don't get too excited. I mean, we have to see. It's going to progress, I imagine, still. But yes, it is looking very nice indeed. There's a lot to unpack in these early footage videos. Here we have an animal dealer as well, so we're heading over to the animal dealer. It's nice to see the animals, you know, kicking about. Hopefully they are moving. Okay, good. They are moving, because you don't want to have, you know, the static animals at the animal dealer. You want them to move around a bit, you know, see that they're alive, and that would be good to have. But yeah, I really like the way that they've worked on the lighting. That I've noticed in all the clips so far, the lighting and the shadows and the reflections are really, really, really good. They are looking very, very prime. But we will continue on into this next video, which will really showcase a bit more of the reflections. So this one here shows more of like a river, creek sort of thing, and then we've got some ships and some boats and that. But again, look at that reflection. It's just stunning all the way through, and the way the water is rippling. The water effects are really lovely here. Nice. That looks like a barge, like you cross, kind of like a ferry that you would take across. That's a really cool idea. Like that. I like how you can see under the water. Look at that. Look at the ripples in the water. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, lovely little babbling brook here. A little bit of a creek running down. That is absolutely stunning. But I'm really focusing here on the water effects, on how the water is rippling as you're moving through it. And again, just the reflections there. It's so, so good. Absolutely gorgeous, that. Yeah, they've really created a stunning environment in this capacity. Absolutely. One thing that I noticed on, I think it was on base game maps as well, and some mod maps. Not all mod maps. There are some modders that don't have this, and I don't know why. I don't know anything about making a map or a mod or anything. But one thing I noticed is it almost looked, if you looked at the water, it would look like there are lights, like warehouse, as if you were in a massive warehouse building, and the big fluorescent lights on the ceiling were shining down, and it almost looked like the map itself was within a warehouse. I'm not certain if anyone else has sort of seen that. I'm sure you have, but yeah, I just thought that was a sort of an immersion sort of breaking thing. But having the water reflections as we're seeing, and having the lighting off the water and the ripples, I'm already seeing massive improvements. And please don't forget, this is a work in progress. This footage is not final, so we are getting a really nice taste, as I say, of what's to come. The next one here, we are going to look at the forests. So as you can see, trees, gorgeous. The ground looks amazing. Walking through the forest looks like you're walking through it, and the way the light comes through past some of the trees, and yeah, look at that. It just looks really great too. The trees look really nice. They don't look as flat and sort of fake perhaps as they maybe have, but like, look at that. Nice little path through the forest here. That's a proper road up to maybe a logging area, who knows. But yeah, the way the light comes in and that looks just amazing. Oh, we've got some crop as well outside. Nice sugar beet crop there outside the forest. Little watchtower as well. Yeah, even just the ground itself looks amazing. I do hope that we are getting terrain, you know, very real terrain, in the sense of having tire marks and things like that, where we're, you know, if it's a bit of a softer ground, maybe there's a deeper sort of, you know, the tracks are made deeper. You know, if the vehicle is heavier, maybe the tracks will set much deeper in the ground as well. I don't know, that's just a thought. Hopefully that's a possibility, but we shall see. Now, here's the creme de la creme of these videos. This is the gameplay footage. So we did see a few, you know, bit of driving, bit of walking, but this is like proper gameplay footage now. So I'll say what I can during these videos. It's just I'm going to be watching them as well, so I might get enthralled in them. But I'm going to try and comment on everything that's happening. But again, there is probably a lot to unpack. So let's see how it goes. I haven't seen these yet, so yeah, just really really excited to dig into them. But I know it's a gameplay video, so here we are. Let's get started. So again, beautiful environs, as you can see, walking through the fog coming through, the light, the shadows. It just looks stunning. We do have a HUD. I like that green. I quite like that green, actually. It's very modernized. The texting and all that looks really nice. Here we have some greenhouses and oh, rice saplings. Look at that. Actually, I'm just going to pause that for just a second. You can see that we need water and rice saplings, and that's what we're making. So we're growing the saplings in a greenhouse. Okay, I will resume now. So we're growing the rice saplings in the greenhouse, and I imagine we're going to do something with them beyond that. But I do quite like the look of this, the greenhouse, getting the saplings put in there and then putting them in. So we have got our lovely tractor there. Ah, okay, so we've got a pallet of rice saplings, I imagine. Similar to the tree saplings, how you had the very small saplings, and then we'd be putting them into... Oh, look at that water. Ah, right, so here we have our rice planter. The Iseki PRJ8D. Right, there we go. So we're loading in the rice saplings to the planter. Oh, and if you look at the bottom right there, I'm seeing GPS. That is an interesting sign to see. We won't dig too much into that because I don't know if we'll get footage on GPS, but that is interesting. I love the way that the grass is moving as we're driving through as well. Right, make it over there. Oh, look at that, how the water actually has proper effects with the wheels. Oh, the physics effects as well, those little dangly things. I don't know what they are, but they look good. This is such a unique machine as well. How cool is that? But those water effects are just lovely, absolutely lovely. So we'll see how... Oh wow, just plops them in, just as you do. That is incredible. Right, so of course that's a very small taste of that, of the rice planting, but I do recommend going back. I'll probably myself after this go back and check it out and see it again. But blimey, those water effects are just absolutely stunning. Hopefully that translates as well to just driving through regular water, like a small creek or something, not just with the crop water, if that makes sense, because the rice obviously is grown in the water and then you have to drain it, I imagine, to then harvest. I know there was one map that I played. It was on a server that we were doing, like a hardcore server or whatever. It was a massive map, and it had cranberries. And basically the modder had made it so that you have to flood the fields to be able to grow the cranberries, and then you had to drain the field, so block the flow of water and drain it out to be able to harvest, otherwise you couldn't harvest. And it looks like it's the exact same sort of concept here with the rice, which is really awesome. So let's crack on to the next video. This one is right, so that must be the rice grown now, and the field has been drained. And then we do have, it does say crop type soybeans, but I imagine maybe that's just an error of some kind, because I imagine that's rice. Ah, yes, okay, so yeah, that it must have been the field behind. But there we go, there is our rice harvester, Japan 6130. Another Iseki tool, so that's cool. It's nice for getting more Iseki kit, and I love the Japanese text on there. I'm excited for the Asian farming, no matter what others say. I mean, I think it's a very cool thing to have another place in the world where we haven't seen in Farming Simulator. Even in mods, you don't see any Asian maps. I mean, you know. So this will be a really nice change. That guy doesn't look very Asian, but that's fine. He's a German in Asia, showcasing the Japanese tech. I love it. I love it. Alright, let's see this then. Beauty. That spits out a bit of the excess rice bits. And there you go. Harvesting rice. I actually have seen rice harvesters in real life, like not real life, but in videos and that. But look at that, how the rice goes in, and it just kind of, yeah, shoots it out. And yeah, so again, I do recommend going through and watching all these videos again, because they are passing quite quickly. But yeah, you can always go back, or even go and see the official release from Giants as well. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I know it's maybe not what everyone wants as far as like new things, having a new area like Asia, and it's fine if you don't like Asian farming, or you don't want to farm in Asia in FS25, then bloody don't. It's as simple as that. But the option is there for people who want to try new things, and I am very excited to try some new things. So that, as far as I'm aware, that was the Asian farm harvesting. Now, this next video we're going to play is another harvest. As you can see, oh yes, a lovely New Holland harvester there. Getting, oh wow, so long grain rice, as you can see, is, this I believe is, yes, this is a harvest the US. So this would be the American style of harvesting rice. So we've got the long grain rice here, and the other harvester is for the regular rice, I guess, the short grain. I don't know if that's what you call it or not, but that is pretty amazing. So just from that very small showcase of clips, I mean, we do have, I would say, I think we have a really nice little view as to what to expect from the new game. One thing that really stands out to me, I mean, of course, the new farming, the new crop types, the new kit for those new crop types is always very exciting. But what really has me the most excited is the engine. So that's the fog and the clouds and the wind and the reflections and the shadows and the lighting. That is what really captures, for me, the immersion of the game. So, which is a big part of why I currently use a shader as well when I'm recording my Farm Sim 22 videos, because the shader just adds so much to it. Like, it takes away from the brightness of the game. You'll notice if you see all my videos that the last few months videos have had that shader on, and it just adds to the sort of the environment and adds to the aesthetic of everything. And I feel like this new game with the clouds and the shadows and the reflections really showcase these incredible new gameplay features that we're going to see. Not even features, just the gameplay engine itself. and I'm very excited for it. And I'm sure I'll get a comment about how I'm a fanboy and how I'll eat up Giants bloody game, whatever they put out. Well, yeah, I like Farming Simulator. What do you want from me? I'm not gonna like it, you know, just because it's new. Sorry, it's, you know, if you want to maybe apply to work for Giants, if you want to make change from within, as it were, but don't complain unless you're going to do something about it, really. So I'm very excited about these new gameplay videos that we've seen, and I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Love it or hate it, please do share your opinion. If you do have a comment that you want to share, though, that is purely negative, just to be negative, keep it to yourself, or post it anyways. I'm sure it helps the algorithm. So even if you want to say something unnecessary, go for it. I will still comment the banter back every single time. So yeah, there we go. And I really do want to hear your feedback. What do you think of these new videos? Of course, please remember, we're in what, July right now, and the game is intended to release November 12th for, well, all platforms really, except for the older generation consoles, which is probably why they're able to do so much new things. I'll be honest, I started on Farming Simulator on the PS4, so I started with the old gen consoles. So I did get 22 for PC for the first time, and when I did notice a massive difference. Of course, mods are a big thing, but just having the older generations not available for the new game will really help. That's like PS4 and whatever the Xbox One was before the X and S or whatever. Those ones are not going to be available for FS25, and it shows what the extra things they can do now, without those limitations of the other consoles. So yeah, so if you are on one of the older consoles, of course it might be time to, if you do like Farming Simulator, it might be time to make the upgrade, because it definitely does look like it would be worth it so far. But I'm sure we're going to get so many more gameplay videos and screenshots and all this over the coming months leading up to the release. So hopefully we do, and we'll see how the progress goes. But yes, once again, please do let me know what you think, and if you've enjoyed the video, cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I've got loads of Farming Simulator 22 content, and then of course in November the FS25 content will begin, so that's very exciting. Right, as always, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, please do take care, and bye for now.